Hey guys, this is Zach here with Key to Survival. Today I'm going to do a video based mostly on my tactical response gear. I use a DPMS Ar15. I have cleared it for all you critiquers out there. Sight mark red dot sight, which with a few different reticles. Mag pole hand grips and trigger guard. Other than that, it's just the regular Panther with Tapco heat shield. Anyways, this is my everyday, it's just my tactical weapon. It's all I have to use it if I go camping as a camp defense weapon. I guess you could call me somewhat paranoid. I don't like to go anywhere pretty much without some type of firearm, especially camping. You never know what animal's going to smell your food and try to come by your tent at night, or even, there's crazy people out there too. So this is my AR-15 that I use. The main reason I got an AR-15 was because of my familiarity with it. With my military experience, so I'm very familiar with the weapon system. It's not all decked out yet. There's a few other things I need to get for it that are practical. Nothing too crazy. I don't need all that crazy junk. But anyways, this is the AR-15 that I use. Where I also wanted to go over my vest. This is a Voodoo chest rig. It holds, 5 magazines, AR-15 magazines. I also have my Ontario knife right here. This is my everyday knife. I love this. This is my favorite knife I've ever owned. I've owned many of them just because they're so great. It's got M9 pouches over here, but I don't have a sidearm anymore, at least. So, and then let's see, in here I have a little headlamp, and, I don't know where I put the gloves. I put them in a different pouch. So in here I have a pair of headlamp and a pair of gloves and a headlamp. Sorry. A D-ring, this is where I connect my AR to. I don't really like slings that much, so I try my best to avoid them. And I use this for holding it with 550 cord that's connected to my buttstock. These are just normal AR-15 magazines, not too decked out. I got the one plastic one that I like to use. I'm going to probably eventually swap all those up for that. A little handy dandy knife, a little flip blade, kind of fun, it's handy, definitely. Cheap, also. First aid kit, right here in the center. I use the biggest pouch for it because I get really carried away with my first aid. So I got a first aid kit in here, tourniquet, 2 chem lights. One has the string that's wrapped around it, and what you do, it's used for signaling. Let's say, what are we doing back there? Let's say you're lost or whatever, and you're out in the middle of the woods. You crack it when you see somebody flying over, or anybody period, and you just twirl it like this, and it makes, if you've seen one, if you've ever seen this being used, you can tell, here I am. It makes it look so much bigger than you would with a flashlight. It's very obvious, and especially if you're screaming and yelling. Helicopters can see it. In the Army, we use the IR, the infrared ones. We use those for the Blackhawks to signal them if worse comes to worst, if our beacons aren't working, or we don't have any. We use these quite a lot. It's very stealthy. Doesn't make a lot of noise. It's not super bright, especially the AR ones. They can only be seen with their night vision goggles. So we use these a lot. That's where I got the idea. Was I always had one of those on my bulletproof vest when I was over there. So yeah, that's what I got in here. I tried to put them in this webbing, but they kept on falling out. I was like, oh man, you don't need to be out exposed to the elements anyways. I fell in love with this vest, or this chest rig as soon as I got it. I mean, it's just super comfortable, extra padding. I love it. Here I have what they call a hunter's ear. It just magnifies sound, so you can hear things that you wouldn't naturally be able to hear. It pretty much turns your hearing into almost as good as a dog's. It's super. This is a cheap one, but they have really good ones out there. They just magnify noise for you, and it's a super great investment. I love this thing because it just, there's so many opportunities to use something like this. Hunting in particular, obviously, because that's what they're for. But even if you're just you want to be covert. You know, you don't want people knowing you're there. You want to hear them before they hear you. You want to hear somebody sneaking up on your camp, whatever. These are awesome. They're great to have. They work extremely well. This one's a little on the cheap side. This one's like $20 or something like that. I'm noticing a little crack on it right there. I don't like to look at it. But anyways, comes with 2 extra batteries in the cleaning kit. You know, a little adjusted wrench so you can change the low frequency to high or low. It's awesome. I love it. It's a cool thing. I keep it in here. I keep some tissue in there. Tissue doubles as tinder, but also it keeps it silent, so I'm not running around making a bunch of clinking, clunking noise. And then over here I have, there's my gloves that I was looking for. Eye Pro and Ear Pro, and a pen. I'm looking for that pen and some Ear Pro, just because when you're shooting a lot, it's a pain in the ass. Plus, I take this to this is what I take when I go to the range or anything like that, so it's not only what I would use in a life or death situation, it's also what I use when just for recreation. So it's good to practice my motto is practice how you fight, and you want to use the things that you're going to use in a hellish situation. You want to use them on a daily just to keep your mind fresh with them. Just like every once in a while I'll go through my pack just to remember where everything is, because you know you're in a hectic situation and you're trying to find something in your backpack or even on your chest rig. You're trying to find something and you're going through every pouch looking for it because you can't remember which pouch you put it in. It's a good idea to get yourself super familiar with everything that you carry with you. You know, take it apart a few times, look at it. I clean my gun all the damn time. I haven't even shot it in forever. Well, not forever, but I haven't shot it in a while. And I'll still get it out and clean it every once in a while, just to keep myself familiar, keep myself from, you know, they say complacency is the #1 killer of soldiers, first of all. I mean, complacency, you know, you're driving down the road and you're not paying attention because you're too busy laughing, talking about back home, and something bad happens, you know. Complacency kills. And this, being familiar with your gear, always messing with it, you know, just even if you're just sitting on your couch cleaning your gun or going through your pack or fooling with stuff, playing with your knife, get yourself used to how your knife feels. It's all stuff that helps in the end. It all muscle memory, it all teaches your brain. You remember which pouch you put that thing in that you need right now. So, you know, I encourage playing with your gear, even if you're just playing like a kid. It helps everything, and it can't hurt, you know. So, there's one more pouch. I also have a pouch here that has maps, an atlas for the entire country, and maps of where I am. 3 different maps. One of the entire state of where I'm at. One of the surrounding counties, and then one of the northern area, which I've chosen for like in a shit hits the fan type scenario where I would be going in Michigan. I have an area of that. I have a map of that area too in here. It's just, you know, planning ahead. Planning ahead. You don't want to be the guy caught with his pants down. You're fired. Yeah, that's about it. It's an awesome rig. Again, it's made by Voodoo. You got my little bling bling going on there. There we go. You know, it's not made to be like a plate carrier. It's not made to be bulletproof or anything like that. It's simply just a chest rig for carrying essentials. I also have a big pack that's in a different video, but I'm sure you've seen it, or if you haven't, check it out. I like to be prepared for just about any damn thing. Some people think it might be silly, you might seem, oh, you're paranoid, blah, 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 blah. No, it's being prepared, and if something were to happen, whose house would you stop by for help? So, basically, you can never be too prepared, and I don't see myself as paranoid at all. I see myself as aware. I've been there. I've been around the world. I've seen things that it's like, you know, America is not more than 2 wrong, bad ideas from this happening. 2 oopses, 2 people made a mistake, or 1 person made a mistake, and now we are in a hell situation. So you can never be too prepared. There's always every country is always on the brink of chaos. I mean, it's just, except for Switzerland, they're awesome. But it's a matter of being prepared for anything. You know, I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan of the zombie apocalypse idea. It's not really what I'm preparing for, although I don't knock the fact that it's a possibility, but I'm more preparing for, you know, riots, even an invasion. I'm preparing for, you know, a chemical attack, or the power plant down the street breaks down, the power grid goes down, something like that. That's more of what I prepare for. It's not a bad idea to be prepared. Bottom line, I know I've said that like 10 times in the last 3 minutes, but seriously, be prepared. You know, it's not gonna hurt. But alright, thanks for watching my video. I got everything out I wanted to say. If you don't have an Ar15 and you have an AK47, I'm sorry for you. There's a huge discussion about which is better, AR or AK-47. You technically can't compare the two. They're on two different types of weapons. One, you know, the AK. I don't even know why I'm getting into this, but the AK is the reason I picked an AR-15 is, well, first of all, because I'm so super familiar with it. I'm familiar with the AK-47 as well, but the AR-15 has more accuracy at longer ranges. Yeah, the round isn't as powerful, but you're shooting a powerful round out of a weapon that can't handle the round itself. I mean, it doesn't. You can't shoot more than 150 yards without, because that round, the AK-47 round is so heavy. There's so many things wrong with that gun. But yeah, AR-15s do malfunction a lot if you don't clean it. Now, only a lazy person wouldn't clean their gun. Every time I shoot my gun, I take it home and I clean it. I clean it until there's not a speck of dirt on it. It's common sense. You clean your guns. Everybody's like, oh, well, with my AK-47, I can throw it in the mud and still shoot it. Like, why the hell would you want to throw your AK-47 in the mud? I get it. They work if they're dirty. That's great. Keep your gun clean and you don't have that problem. So there is cons and pros to both. I think there's more cons than pros with the AK-47. Plus, it's American made. I love the AR-15. It's American made. I've never had a bad experience with it. It was with me the night I got shot, and it was with me all through deployment. So, you know, I can't get mad at it. All right. Well, there's my ramble. Keeping it under 15 minutes is good. Take care. Be safe.